In late October 2024, about an hour outside Kamloops, British Columbia, in a quiet rural town with barely 1,000 people, locals woke up one morning to hundreds of armed police officers swarming a nearby property. At first, it looked like a major raid on a possible criminal hideout, but no one had any idea just how big this really was. It was what the RCMP would later call the most sophisticated meth and fentanyl lab in Canadian history, and when you look at the pictures, it honestly looks like something out of the notorious crime drama Breaking Bad. But even more disturbing, inside that lab, investigators discovered about 400 kilograms of meth, 54 kilos of along with smaller batches of MDMA and coke. That's enough narcotics to make tens of millions of lethal doses, most of which were already packaged and ready to be shipped out. They estimated the street value of the to be well over $485 million. CBS News reported that at another property just 400 kilometers away, officers seized enough firearms and ammunition to arm a small militia. This included 46 handguns, 21 AR-15 style rifles, 14 submachine guns, at least 2 50 caliber rifles, explosives, body armor, and over $500,000 in cash.
When they laid them out, it did look like, enough firepower to arm a sizable militia, honestly.
Investigators found custom-made scientific equipment, the kind you'd typically find in top-tier research and development facilities, not in a narco lab. Among the most expensive pieces was a jacketed chemical reactor, a massive, double-walled metal machine designed to control chemical reactions with extreme precision. Each of these machines can cost over $100,000, and the ones found here were designed for mass-scale synthesis. According to Richard Hooker, one of the forensic scientists and illicit narcotics consultants brought in to assess the scene, this kind of equipment isn't something you can just order online. It has to be custom built, likely in an overseas lab, and shipped in discrete pieces to avoid detection. Hidden inside one of the lab rooms was a piece of machinery that no one had ever seen used in a drug lab before. According to Derek Westwick, a chemist and head of the RCMP's clandestine lab enforcement team, this machine is normally found in experimental research labs, and he believes that these criminals were trying to engineer new kinds of poisonous substances, possibly even more potent than fentanyl. Investigators later took samples from the machines for analysis because they were worried that what they found might be the early stages of a new synthetic opioid trend. And they were probably right. But the part that really terrified investigators? These guys weren't just importing precursors from China or India. They were making their own. Specifically, they were synthesizing P2P, a tightly controlled chemical used to manufacture meth. That's the exact method used by the Mexican cartels because it makes a stronger, purer product and gives them complete control over the supply chain.